Hello. I'm getting rid of the music. Hi, everyone. Hello. Welcome back to my channel. It's been a crazy, fun-filled, very informative week, and I am still a little bit pooped because I have been staying up until 2, 3 in the morning for the past few days because I attended Exodus Summit, and it was wonderful. It just keeps getting better and better every year. But I'm kind of tired, so this is what it is right now. Anyway, hello, I am Yolanda, and I am locating cozy, and welcome to my channel. Yes, and this is a broad chat. So I'm over here checking to make sure that I am actually like everybody can see me like during the live, because a few weeks ago I did a live when I was actually talking um, uh, about me getting my visa, and I did the whole live, and nobody told me that I was completely blurry on YouTube, and I had no idea. So, anyways, I had to go back and double check. I always have my YouTube up just to make sure that it's clear. So it's clear. Okay. Anyways, welcome you guys. Thank you. Did I give like major notice about me coming on today at noon? No. I knew I was going to come on today and stuff, but I was running errands trying to get some things together for the meetup next week in Madrid and in Zaragoza. So I was working on some things. But before I get started, I do want to say I'm finally going to be talking about something very light, very fun, and something I have been planning on talking about uh, probably months ago, and I'm just now getting to it. But before I get started, I do want to say hello to everyone and thank you for joining. And let me just say hello to some people that even when I just said I'm going live, y'all showed up. So thank you. And let's start out with Bayesian. How you doing, girl? Thank you so much for joining. I really do appreciate you. Girl, you be faithful. Thank you very much. I so appreciate you just showing up and being supportive. Um, let's see. Can you not hear me? I'm not hearing anything. Just me. Oh, can you hear me? Oh, it was just okay, girl. She was like, "Yeah, it was just my headphones." I was like, "Oh my god, y'all can." And then thank you, Lori, for being here. Yes, yeah. I actually, me and Dee from H&D Abroad, we manage and we work. We handle the We Out 2025 group. It was We Out 2024, and then after the Exodus Summit, or during the Exodus Summit, we updated, rebranded, as whatever you want to call it. But yeah, now it's We Out 2025. So it's for Black women that are planning that want to leave, they want to get out. They are either in the, I guess, planning process, the thinking process. They're not quite sure where they want to go yet. So, yeah, Dee and I are here to support. We created this group. Well, actually, Dee created it, and then I jumped on the bandwagon. But yes, so just in the group right now, we went from, I want to say we went just over Exodus Summit weekend. We went from like, I want to say maybe 60 people to like 160 something people, Black women, excuse me. Let me just, yeah. We went from 60 something Black women to now 166 or 67 Black women that joined over the weekend. So yeah, that's really exciting. I'm just tickled. It's like I don't know. I kind of told Dee, I said, I feel like we're ushering in the freshman class that's getting ready to make their moves. And we're just here to support and show them, that there is a way for you to leave the US, leave whatever it is that's holding you down. So yes. So with that, let's go ahead and ask some of the big questions first. And that is, well, first of all, yeah, please do make sure that you do like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you will be notified when I do go live, like some of the women here today. And you'll know when I go live or if I upload anything. Like last week, I did an upload. I didn't do a live last week, but you guys still got notified, right? Right. So, um, what's going on in my world? Well, one of the main things, of course, is that I'm having two meetups next week here in Spain. One is in Madrid, and the other one is in Zaragoza. And it's just I didn't know it was going to be big. And for me, I mean, for me, it's big that I'm doing this in Spain. I've done this several times in Texas, back in Texas, and just had meetups. But just knowing that there are Black women that either already live here, that have been living here, some live in Madrid, some live in Malaga, Valencia, Barcelona, that are actually coming, making their way to Madrid to have lunch and hang out next Wednesday. So if you are going to be in Spain or if you're already living here, please do. Let me go ahead and drop this link in the chats, and it's also in the description below. Let me put my little thing here first. So let me go ahead and put that information in there so that you can also be able to sign up, whether you want to come and hang out with us in Madrid, or if you want to come and hang out with me in Zaragoza, or if you want to do both. It's up to you. But I'm going to put the link here in the chat also, but it's also down here in the description. Yeah, so check that out. But yeah, so that's what's going on, and I'm really excited. And yeah, there's been quite a few women that have said, excuse me, that said, yes, I will be in Madrid, or I'm going to make my way over there. So I'm really excited about that. It's just, again, I'm headed over there. The lunch is on Wednesday, Wednesday the 23rd, but I'm actually going to be headed to Madrid on Monday to hang out. And so there's going to be some ladies that are getting there earlier. So we're going to hang out and have a good time. So yeah. And then on Thursday, actually Wednesday afternoon, I'm headed back to Zaragoza because on Thursday and Friday, there's a group of women that are actually going to be coming in to Zaragoza to hang out here so that they can get a feel of the place, get a feel of Zaragoza, see what's going on, enjoy the sights. Just there's so much to do here. And we're going to have a couple of guest speakers, including moi, that's going to share, enjoy some good food, and enjoy some good drinks, and just enjoy the historical beauty and architecture that is here. So anyways, if you're interested, again, the link is in there. So yeah, check it out. So what else is going on? Oh my goodness. So Pilares, Festival, they call it Pilares. Anyways, it's going on. I think it's calmed down. It's 2 weeks long. So it started 2 Saturdays ago, and then it ends, I guess, this weekend. And again, the trams are just crazy right now. It is just sardine packed, but it is what it is. It's great I love going to the market. I want to get back over to the outdoor market, hopefully tomorrow or Friday. And they had a whole food truck. They had it set up very well, by the way, but they had like the whole food truck scene in one area of Zaragoza, besides the festival itself. So it was like the whole city's just taken over with the Festival Pilar. Anyways, but I had some decent, it was good calamari. It was good, very meaty. Wasn't used to that, but overall, yeah, the food was good. It was just great to see all these different food trucks with all these different options and everything. But yeah, overall, as long as, like, I guess you're staying in the house, it doesn't bother me. Well, as long as I'm staying in the house, it doesn't really bother me too much. But they did have some crazy fireworks that I didn't realize that they were going to have. And I was like laid out on my couch and I was like, what is that noise? And then I realized there was like a huge firework display that I didn't see. I looked out my window, but I couldn't see anything. So I guess they were on the other side. But yeah, now I'm actually looking forward to the holidays here, because when I was, I'm shaking stuff. The last time I was here during the winter or coming into the Christmas season, I left on December. It was back in 2021. Was it 2021? No, it was 2022. Anyways, I left. I was only here for like a month or so, so I didn't get to I've never been here for Christmas, but I have been like in early December, 2021 and 2022, and it was really just beautiful. Like the city is just how they light up the streets and everything. It's absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, I know that there are some of you, some ladies that I know within the Exodus Summit group, or just like in one of some of the groups overall that I know will be here in December. I'm not going to name, you know who you are. But I'm looking forward to having them come and see some of the festivities of the holiday season in a couple of months. So, yay. My next thing is I'm trying to get over to Portugal. I've been looking for a pet sit. So if anybody needs a pet sitter that's on Trusted House Sitters in that's in Portugal. Yeah, I want to get over to Portugal, and I don't want to just go for like 2 or 3 days. I want to go for like maybe a week. Yeah, at least a week. I would like to go to Portugal and hang out there. So maybe two. We'll see. Anyways, oh yeah, yes, I'm waiting on you. Yes, I'm expecting you. I know that you're coming over. I'm not gonna put all your business out here, but I am waiting on you, and we will be hanging out, and I'm excited about that. Okay. So either you coming to Zaragoza, and then I'll come to wherever you are, but we hanging out. Yes. And stuff, and yeah, I'm excited about that big time. Okay, so what else is going on? Oh, well, let's talk about something real fast. Hold on. I gotta ask that question. How are you locating your cozy? What are you doing to bring joy, calm, peace into your life? What am I doing? Well, I had my granddaughter over this past weekend, this past Saturday. I think my daughter was a little disappointed because what had happened was this. My granddaughter came over. She spent the night Saturday night, but of course, Exodus Summit was going on, and I'm 7 hours ahead. So when Dee from H&D Abroad actually came on, I was trying to get my granddaughter to sleep before because that was going to be like, I think 9 o'clock here. It was not. No, it was 10 o'clock here. It was going to be 10 o'clock here when Dee came on to talk about health insurance or healthcare abroad. Anyways, my granddaughter decided that she was just like not going to go to bed yet, and I couldn't fight her, and so she was then in the bedroom, and I had to like get out here so I can see Dee. So it's all your fault, Dee, by the way. Um, yeah, so I had her on the couch, and she was like, "Well, I'm just going to stay awake, period." So it was like 10 o'clock at night, and then afterwards they had the salons that I was involved in, and my granddaughter, she was my lollipop. She was being on her best behavior, but she was also like, "I'm going to be up and about and doing things," and so she did not go to sleep until 1:30 in the morning. Yeah, it's like as soon as we finished with all the salons, yeah, and I was like, okay, let's sit down and stuff. And then she just like, okay, we're done now. My meeting's done, so now I can go ahead and lay down and go to sleep. So that's when she went to sleep. So, and then she still woke up at like 8:30 in the morning. I was very, very surprised. Yeah. So I was telling my daughter what happened, and she was like, she doesn't go to bed that late. And I was like, I know this. I'm like, this was the first time that ever happened. Like, whenever she spent the night with me, she's never like just been up that late. And but yeah, as soon as my daughter picked her up, as soon as my daughter and son-in-law picked her up that morning or that afternoon, yeah, she was asleep in the car so fast. So anyways, I had a great time, but man, was Exodus Summit amazing. And I still have some replays, but again, I've already moved abroad. I have already made some changes in my income as far as work. I no longer work for one company. I do contract consulting, and that's what I enjoy. And so I've done a lot of stuff. I've done a year and a half of pet sitting before I just moved into this place here. So, like, why would I still go to Exodus Summit? Well, if you attended, is there's always information. There's so much information. And even though, and I'm not going to go off and start talking about this will not be the whole video, but I just wanted to share that because one, I do talk with and share my experience with a lot of women to let them know that they don't have to reinvent the wheel. Um, yeah, that they don't have to reinvent the wheel, that there's people out here like myself that have already made some moves. That's why I like to actually still attend so I can get more information that I can share with other women that might be considering or not sure what their next steps are. So I want to be able to pass the information on, pass the knowledge that was imparted to us from Libria, or for all the women that were guest speakers, or speakers at Exodus Summit. There's information that I can then pass on to other Black women that are trying to have a soft landing wherever they may go, that might have children, might have elderly parents, might be looking at considering co-living, all kinds of situations. So I want to make sure that I have the information that I can pass on. Yeah. I ain't got I don't have any school age kids or anything like that, but I want to be able to pass on that information to help somebody else. Okay. So yeah, just because some of us have made the move or have been, bouncing around for the past year and a half doesn't mean that you're done getting your information. We're constantly evolving and learning. And that's what I want to spread. That's what I want to pass on to other people. Okay. Anyways, all right, y'all. Let's get into the topic of the day. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Just a second. Let me go ahead and see what people are saying before we go in. Oh, hi, Kyoka. Oh, yes. Hey, girl. Thank you for joining. I feel so bad. Last night, so I was up until 2 o'clock in the morning last night, and I saw that you went live. Kyoka, Awkward Black Nomad, you went live. Picky Girl Travels went live at some point. D from H&D Abroad, her and her husband, I believe, went live. And I'm just like, it's too late. I'm so tired. I can't. And I really do want to enjoy your live streams. I really do, but sometimes it's really hard to stay up, until, 1, 2 in the morning, especially when I'm not working right now and stuff. So I'm not working any kind of US hours, but I was awake, but I was trying desperately to doze off on my couch last night. And I kept seeing like all you guys were going live. And I really do want to be part of that. And so sometimes I'll pop in, but because I'm like 6 or 7 or 8 hours ahead, it gets kind of hard. But I do love y'all. Thank you. When you go live, I'm like, oh, I got something to say. Anyways, and who else just came in? Hi, Eileen. Hi, Eileen. Eileen, I'm sorry if I'm saying your name wrong, sweetie. Oh, and Time Management says so. Yes, hello. Yes, that was some great information and tools during that summit. I attended the first summit back in 2022. 2022, 23, and now 24, and I will continue to go. I just will. That's just it's professional development. So yeah, that's my tax write-off. That's a write-off. That's a deductible. Okay. So yes, I put that under professional development, and I use that because I do implement the information that I get. Yeah, my accountant says it's okay. So yeah. What am I talking about today? So one of the things I have been wanting to talk about and share was some of the experiences that I've had with food. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Okay, make sure I'm not muffled. Okay. With the food scene, I am a foodie. It is so funny because some people, I hear like, well, I love food. It's like, well, for the most part, I think most of us do. Most of us get down with some food. Yeah. If not, I'll just leave it at that. I'm a foodie. I am hardcore foodie. I will try almost anything, just because I'm going to try something and maybe even try it a second time just to make sure that if I like it or don't like it. If I say I don't like it, there are certain foods that I'm just like you can't make me eat liver. Although I do like some good pate. Yeah, but I don't like. Yeah, I'm not the liver and onions person. I don't like beans. That's not my jam. Um, I don't know, maybe it's just some flashbacks to eating beans, the beans, red beans and rice as a kid all the time. I don't know. But yeah, I have certain foods that I know I don't like, but I will try just about anything. As I'm saying that, I'm like, girl, don't lie. Yeah, I think that I will. But I just wanted to go back because I am so thankful to be here in Spain. Absolutely just head over heels in love with this whole experience that I am so blessed to have, to be here. I never would have thought. I just turned 55 years old. I never would have thought that I would be living in another country, but I am. But there's some foods that I desperately miss. I mean, I'm sure I'll get over it eventually, but pretty much I'm just like, I really do miss certain foods. So I was like, well, let me go ahead and talk about it. Let's talk about some of the things that I really truly miss. And, are these foods necessarily healthy? No. So don't judge me. I don't care. It's my list. Okay. Okay. Um, yeah, I like to think that I'm eating healthier now. Well, okay, sometimes. But overall, one of the things that I really truly miss, because I'm from Texas, I miss some thick cut bacon. I miss it so much. And the thing is, here in Spain, they definitely it's pork people. There's major pork. Pork is everywhere. Even with their beef, it seems like it's always a lot of times it's mixed with. It's like a lot of places it's just mixed with pork, what they call cerdo. So beef is or cow is vaca, V is VACA, and the pork many different names and cuts and all this stuff, but it's cerdo, CERDO. Anyways, um, they don't have bacon. They have pork belly. They have, I mean, yes, and they have like all the different uh, deli slices. Like, what is that? Is it prosciutto? Prosciutto? I think that's it. Yeah. And they have like ham. They have like they have a ham here and stuff. They have like deli ham and stuff that you can get. So that's fine. But I miss bacon. I miss HEB, thick cut bacon. That's what I miss. And if you're from Texas, then you know about HEB. But it was just a part of my regular diet. And whenever I would come back to Texas, that would be like the first thing I would do is go to the grocery store and get me a pack of bacon. And I put the whole thing in the oven and cook it in the oven. And yeah, I just gnaw on that for, like for a couple of days, for a few days after getting back from visiting Spain before. But now I'm here. So recently, though, I discovered Terezno. It's their smoked bacon. It's like they call it sometimes they call it like chicharrones, which it is not. My daughter got mad one day. She was like, "That's not chicharrones." Well, here the chorizo, when they fry it, it gets crispy. It gets the crispy fat outside. I don't know, and it does. It has like a nice smoked taste. So that's kind of taking the edge off. Taking the edge off with my need for bacon. It helps. Um, it's not the same thing, but it soothes my urge for bacon. So I'm okay with that. I do actually fully miss smoked sausage, and they don't have any substitutes that I've been able to find here. Well, maybe. I haven't been able to find it at the grocery store, but in Madrid at the Mercado, what is it? What do they call it? Mercado de San Miguel. It's like the food hall place that's in Madrid, right next to Plaza Mayor. Um, they have these kolaches, and it's like it's a big like sausage, and that's the closest that I've been able to get to smoked sausage. But overall, it's like it ain't happening. It ain't no Texas smoked sausage. So yeah, I I miss that big time. Um, Another thing, so we're going down the whole meat thing. Yeah, some of y'all might be like, yeah, okay. So Eileen was saying, Aileen, I'm sorry, I want to say Eileen, and I know it's not. It's Aileen. Anyways, Iberico and Serrano hams, it's it's good. It can work. Don't get me wrong, but it's not the same. I can get down with it. I appreciate it, but it's still not the same. And that's one thing that you just have to get over when you move to another country. Um, Things are just different, and so you just get over it. So, am I complaining? Yeah, I yeah, but I still wouldn't change anything. I'm not. I mean, I'm not gonna go home. I can't have when I have people visiting. I can't have them bring me smoked sausages and bologna. I don't. No, no, that's okay. No, but you acclimate to where you are. So that clear. I ain't starving. Trust me, I've gained weight since I got here. I'm not starving at all. I'm not hurting for food okay, at all. I do miss bologna. I miss real beef bologna. They have here. Um, they have a turkey bologna. They have a some kind of. They have chicken bologna. They have chicken bologna. And they have pork, some kind of pork bologna. Oh God, what is it called? There was something that is close to bologna, but yeah, no, I miss good old beef bologna. Thick cut slices, maybe even with a little red wine on it. Yeah, I miss that bad. But there was like some bologna, but or some version of it. I can't remember what it's called now. It's on the tip of my tongue. Can't remember. But it's okay. But I still miss the good stuff back in Texas with all the you know byproducts and fillers and all that stuff. Yeah. And it's funny because sometimes I will literally be watching like some kind of like reel or something on some social media, and they're like, "This is how you can actually make your own bologna." And I was like, "Oh, maybe I can make my own bologna." I'm not doing that. I'm not. It looks tempting, and I'm like, "That seems easy." I'm not doing all that. Yeah. So anyways, yes, I miss bologna. I miss smoked sausage. Those are two things that I have not been able to get here. That I haven't found anything that really matches those things that I can get from Texas. Now, I like hot dogs. The hot dogs here suck. And the reason why is because they overgrind it. They overgrind, and it's like a pate, but when I don't want pate. So that is very, very frustrating. Now I have found a fix for that. So yes, I'm not getting paid by anybody. Okay. Yeah, I'm not getting paid by anybody, although I wish I was, because this has been my fix. So it's called Scara. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but this is my hot dog fix. It's like a sausage hot dog thing. And yeah, this works pretty good. It has a nice snap, and the inside is not too smooth. It's not over processed, so it has a nice little bite to it, and it's not like overly ground up or whatever stuff. So this has been what I do. The thing is, it's freaking expensive. I think although these two right here are pretty long, so it'll get me like through maybe 3 hot dogs, I guess. Yeah, 3 hot dogs. But it's expensive. I think like these two are like $3, €3, which yeah, that's in USD, that's expensive because I think that's like, yeah, 3.30, $3.30. But it's just me at home. So can't nobody else have this. Nobody's allowed. That's like my stash. And if anybody comes over and says, I want a hot dog, I'll send them out to go get the cheap stuff because I'm not sharing my hot dogs. Somebody was asking, this evasion says, let's see here. Do you tend to shop at the supermarket or the local market specific to the products? Okay, so they have the big grocery stores. They also have a lot of small tiendas here, a lot of small, no, they call it alimentancia. I'm butchering it. Anyways, they have like the little markets that actually just sell like produce. And I've gone there a few times, but and then also they do have like some they have butchers here. Yeah, they have a lot of butchers, a lot of places like the Mercado Central, which is not really close to me, but yeah, you can go there and get great cuts of meat there. Yeah, wonderful cuts of meat. So because they have like where you can go get your chicken, you can go get your seafood, and you can go get your beef, and they have it all sectioned off and color coded, or your produce. So yes, they have that. I tend to go. There's a couple of different markets here, grocery stores here. Mercadona is the most well-known one. They also have an El Campo, and they have Dia and Eroski's. But I prefer Mercadona, but there's some grocery stores that are closer to me. But yeah, there's plenty of, there's no food shortage here at all. There's plenty of great food options. I just happen to like Mercadona. And I think I've said this before. To me, Mercadona is like the HEB of Spain. And if you're from Texas, you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, but yeah, there's some great ones. They have like the farmers market on the weekend. Although, so I like to go to farmers market because I do like to get some vegetables that I can't find. Like I like beets. I like raw beets. I like to take those and juice those or shave those over my salads. In in the stores here at most of the grocery stores, they're par cooked beets, and I don't like that at all. So they do have like every Saturday and every Friday they have the farmers market at different locations. So yeah, it's great. And again, at the Central Mercado, they have some great ones. They have some great produce and everything. And also, okay, so I said Mercadona is like the equivalent of an HEB. So then there is the grocery stores at El Corte Inglés. El Corte Inglés is the department store. It's like a Dillard's or Macy's, but on certain floors, like here on the basement level, they have like this full like gourmet food grocery store thing like that. So it's like if you're from Texas, and I can only just say Texas, it's like a central market. That's what they have at El Corte Inglés. A lot more expensive, but great quality stuff. So I don't know where I was going with that, but yeah. Okay. uh oh, so Aileen says, I guess the price of my but this isn't, so here's the deal though. These are not like right now, it looks like it's like the big sausage thing is not. These are like hot dogs. This is like two, maybe like the big bun length, the foot long hot dogs. That's what it looks like. Okay, so in here it looks like it is like the sausage. It's not that big. So this is expensive, but I will pay it. Okay. Let's see. So what else? Okay, I'm gonna go off on one more little thing. I miss American cheese. I miss my yellow American cheese. I miss block cheese. That's what I miss. I miss a big old block of like cheddar or a block of, I don't know, Swiss, Monterey Jack block cheese. So when I moved here, one of the things that I brought, I was like, I don't care, I'm bringing it, is my rotary grater, my food grater, my cheese grater. I love that thing. It's wonderful. So I was like, I got rid of all kinds of things when I moved. Oh, wait a minute. I got rid of all kinds of things when I moved here. But I kept my little rotary. You like put it on the counter and it suctions down and you can just like shred up a whole big, huge block of cheese in like 2 minutes or less. It's wonderful. I haven't really used it here because they don't have, I mean, they have some cheeses that are blocks and everything, but you get them at the deli. It's not like the like hard, like mild or sharp cheddar cheese thing that you can grate up to make macaroni and cheese. And I miss that so much. I miss American cheese because I would go to the deli and get like, I wasn't buying like Kraft singles things. Yeah, I outgrew that for me a long time ago. But I would go to the deli and get like I'd say like, give me like 10 slices of American yellow at whatever thick cut. What is that? They have those, like Kraft has them also, like the cheese that's like not wrapped, but it's like just cut into sandwich slices or whatever, but it's not individually wrapped. Anyways, they don't have that here. I miss it. I want some good cheese. I've been able to make do, but I miss my cheese. My daughter the other day, even though I hardly ever ate it, but my daughter the other day was saying, I miss Velveeta cheese. And then what happened? I swear the Google, Big Brother is watching your stuff because all of a sudden on my stream, I see like how you can actually make Velveeta cheese at home. I'm like, ooh, the problem is I don't have the freaking cheddar cheese that I want. So, anyways, I do miss my American yellow cheese. I miss American cheese, period. But deli slice. But, anyways, it is what it is. I want to make sure that when I go back to the States, maybe in a year to visit, that I don't try to like hoard myself with a bunch of Velveeta cheese and bacon and and everything else. It's like I will be happy to enjoy some of the things, but I don't want to go back and try to like, overload on stuff that I've missed. Because after you haven't had it for a while, you kind of get over it a little bit. Again, I'm complaining right now, but I'm getting over it. It's okay, until I really think about it and then I get kind of upset. But overall, it's all good. Let's see. Lori was saying, she said last year my oldest was in Spain on my birthday and she shipped me a great selection of Spanish cold meats and cheese. Ooh. Yeah, I got some people coming and I'm like, what should I put on my list? I don't know if I really want to bring cheese over or you know what, y'all, people that are coming next week, just know I might be hitting you up. Be like, girl, just stop by and bring me some summer sausage. Okay. Although they do have now, okay. So I was saying summer sausage and I say that lightly, but actually here they have what they call fouet. It's their version of a summer sausage. Yeah, and it's actually very good. So it's a lot thinner, but it's actually very good. And yeah, it lasts a while. And so if you don't have to put it in the fridge if you don't want to, and you can I just take it sometimes, just cut off what I need and get my fix and keep it moving. So yeah. Let's see. Okay, so one of the things that was frustrating me was I could not find brown sugar. Yeah, it's very hard to find brown sugar because the type of what they have here is I don't know what it is. It's not brown sugar. Like it doesn't get packed. It's like it's very granule. So you can't like pack it down like you do with brown sugar back in the States. But I was complaining about this because like I like to make like either like granola and things like that, or if I want to do some kind of little baking and the recipe calls for brown sugar, it's kind of hard to substitute that. I know that there's a way, but but I just was like, I'm just not going to make it. But I was in El Corte Inglés the other, I guess maybe a week or so ago, and they do have brown sugar there, and it seems to be the same consistency as to what I'm used to in the States. So I did buy that, and that's going to last me like a while. Yeah, because I don't use it that often, and because it was so hard to find, I'm going to be very sparing with it. So because there's some things I found out, my daughter said that sometimes they'll have something that you can find back in the States, and then all of a sudden they'll discontinue it and just be like, no, we don't need to have that anymore, and it's very frustrating. So I'm going to hold on to that brown sugar like my life depended on it. Anyways, okay. What's next? I'm trying to see what. Oh, okay, yeah. I miss a good salad dressing. Um, they don't. So here's the thing: we are so used to in the States of having just an overload of options that it is very. It's hard to it's hard for my brain to adapt to the fact that I only have like these three options. Like, for instance, off topic a little bit, but like toothpaste. Here, they have like, if you go into the store, you might see two different brands of toothpaste. Colgate is everywhere. Um, but you might find one other brand and that's it. And I'm like, where's all the toothpaste options at? Um, yeah, they do have Sensodyne here, but I have to like go to like very specific stores to try to find it if I want it. And also, I noticed that the toothpaste, I know off topic, but the toothpaste is a lot smaller. It is a lot and a lot more expensive. That's something. Yeah, the toothpaste here is a lot more expensive and a lot smaller. So I'm telling myself that, well, that's fine. It's probably about the same. You just have less fillers. This is what I'm telling myself. I don't know. But yeah. So, anyways, back to the salad dressing. Uh, yeah, I was like, oh, they have ranch dressing. Mm-mm. Nah, it's not the same. Blue cheese, heck no. Honey mustard, nope, nope. They have like a couple of items, and the ones that I have tried, like, I did get some ranch dressing one time, and I was like, this is not good at all. So I have actually taken to making my own dressing now. So I guess that's actually good. That's actually yeah, I guess that's good. I think I've outdone myself with, I think I'm kind of over, like I've made ranch dressing, with the seasonings, not packets. I'm not talking about ranch packets. I'm talking about dressings, with all the seasonings and dried herbs and everything. So I've gotten really good at that. I've gotten really good at making some great blue cheese dressing. I'm proud of myself for that one. Yeah, but now I'm kind of like over because I think I've been eating too much of it. But the thing is, I don't feel so bad about it because when I make the dressing, I use Greek yogurt. I'll get to that in a minute. But I use Greek yogurt and I maybe put maybe like if it's a cup of Greek yogurt and then I put in like maybe a quarter cup of mayo and then I put my herbs and everything else in there. And it's really good, based on the plain Greek yogurt that I use. But yeah, so I don't feel like it's as heavy or as bad for you because it's mostly Greek yogurt. Yeah, so that's what I'm telling myself. No, but yeah, Greek yogurt is much better than a whole cup of mayonnaise. Yeah, so I'm going. Yes, I'm doing good. uh, say salad dressing. So water. Okay, the water here in Spain, the water in Madrid is amazing. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you don't have to worry about anything. The faucet water in Madrid is really, really good. And I've literally had people that have come to visit. They're like, man, this water is good. Yeah, it is. Yeah, so it's so funny because of course they still sell bottled water because that's what people are used to. But overall, you don't have to. When my daughters were here a couple of weeks ago, hey, when my daughter was here a couple of weeks ago or about a month ago, and when she got to the hotel that we were staying at in Madrid, she asked the front desk, she was like, where can I get water? They were like, from the faucet. So yeah, the water here is good. But so the water here in Zaragoza, it's good also, but I guess I had never tested it. And so I'm used to what I used to do when I lived in Texas. I would keep like empty gallon bottles. Like I would refill. Like I would go to the grocery store, Kroger's, or I would go to Whole Foods and refill there with their osmosis water. So that's what I would do. Well, here in Zaragoza, like I found the water that I like here, as far as like that you can buy, is Bazoya. I always want to say Bazinga. Okay, from yeah. Anyways, if you know Shelton, but it's Bazoya. And so I would buy the water, but it's a big, huge thing. It's like a gallon and a half of water, and it's like $2. Um, and then I want to go and fill it up for like, do a refill for like, 30 cents or 30 euro. They don't have that here. There's no refilling, no place to refill water here. I mean, you can actually, I guess, order where they bring the container and have it in like offices or whatever. You can do that, but it's just not cost effective. But after a while, I was literally spending, like, because I can't refill like I used to back in the States. So I started like spending like, ooh, it was like $8 to $10 a week on water. And for some reason, I just have never been one for like the pictures where you put the thing in there and you just fill it up and have the water go through there. For some reason, I had some experience where the water just tasted funky to me like years ago, and so I just never did it. I've adjusted now, okay? Because after spending $8 to $10 a week on water, I was like, girl, you're gonna have to work this out. So I did go online on Amazon and I ordered a picture with the little filter thing in there and stuff. So yes, and I've adjusted quite well. And again, I think the water is fine. I just don't know because I see my son-in-law. He's my son-in-law and my daughter. They have the filter thing. So I've never seen them drink the water straight out of the sink, out of the faucet. But anyways, I'm no longer spending $8 to $10 or €8 to €10 a week on water. I've gotten a picture and I fill that sucker up, and I'm a water guzzling fool on the cheap now. Yeah. Uh, let me see here. Bayesian says, sounds like living in Spain will help with making decisions. So, since there aren't many choices. Yeah, yeah. It's frustrating because there are some areas that where you have like an overload of product options, like uh ramen. Oh my gosh. Not at the grocery store. There's actually at the grocery store you don't have at the regular grocery store you don't have a lot of options. But like there's an Asian grocery store that's close to me and I go in there and it's like sensory overload because they have so many options as far as your soy sauce, as far as ramen options. It's like it is sensory overload. I had the same experience when I was in Mexico because a lot of Asians live in Mexico, and so they have their grocery stores or their little stores, and it's like sensory overload as far as the options that you have of ramen brands. Yeah. So hmm, let's see. Okay, and I just wanted to say, hey Dee. So yeah, she says she's looking forward to the fresh fruits and veggies. I do enjoy that. I do. Off topic, on topic. I have I had a juicer back in the States, and at one point I got rid of it. I think when I moved from Houston to Dallas, and then when I was in Dallas, I bought another one that I wasn't using. And so here, I'm here, and again, I like to juice. I like to get some watermelon or pineapple, and then throw in some celery and beets and an orange, like a half an orange and a half a lemon, and ginger. And I love to make juice here. But instead, we had this conversation a while ago. I have a nut bag. Okay. So it's just a bag where you like if you're making like almond milk or whatever, instead you can strain through there. But so yeah, I have those bags and I love to like put all my fruits and vegetables in the blender and then I just pour it out and I squeeze with the bag and get all the juice out. And I'm sipping on that for a few days. And so I love making that. Absolutely. And I feel I feel like it's like, well, actually, I don't just feel, I know that the items are smaller because what they won't allow certain things to be used for the produce, like they do in the States, where you might have this gargantuan zucchini, but it may not be because it's the best thing for you, because who knows what kind of pesticides and what kind of other things were used in the making of it. So the fruits and vegetables here they're not like gigantor. They are, I guess, a normal size, and I enjoy it. I enjoy having access to good quality fruits and vegetables. Yes, and not just at the farmers market, or something like that. Like it just seems like there's just good quality, because when they're out of season, they're out of season. There's no seeing like watermelon or something like that year round. When it's out of season, you're not seeing it until they're in season. So, and that's not how it happens in the US. It may not be the sweetest, but they're still going to have all the stuff that's out of season right there on the shelves or in the produce department. So, um, okay, I'm almost done. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm almost done. Well, almost. So I hate plain Greek yogurt. It's disgusting to me. The faye and all this stuff, I'm like, ugh, why? I mean, if I'm cooking with it, that's fine. But just for me, just to be like getting down and eating it just with nothing, no sweeteners or whatever, even sometimes even with the sweeteners, it's not very good. And I'm still questioning, and they're like, oh, it's, Greek yogurt is healthy for you or whatever. But I'm still questioning because in the US, they put so much other stuff in there, all these other chemicals in there to make it last longer or whatever it is to keep, to increase the shelf life. Um, so I've never been one for Greek yogurt. I have gotten into plain Greek yogurt here, so much so. But let me just say this: there's only one brand that I like here in Spain. I've tried some other ones, and so far I don't really care for the other ones because either they're not thick enough or I don't know. But yes, I'm about to do another little unpaid show. But I love Grego. This yogurt right here. Let me see. Yeah, I like this one. I get this from Mercadona, and like, yeah, I get the big thing. And my granddaughter actually eats this just like as is. She doesn't need anything else in this. She doesn't need any kind of sugar or anything in there. But this is what I use to make my dressings. If I want to make like a blue cheese or a ranch dressing, that's what I use. But back in the States, I could not. It's like I had a severe aversion to yogurt, or especially plain yogurt, unless I was cooking with it. Had no use for it at all. Not, but so yeah. Anyways, yes. Okay. Yeah. Um, I do. Their ice cream game is pretty good. Their ice cream game is pretty good. I don't feel that whole feeling. Okay, so a lot of people are like lactose intolerant, and I get that. Um, the thing is, like, I'll say this. Back in the States, the ice cream game is better now. So a lot of people can actually tolerate a lot of different ice creams now because there's so many more variations out there now. So what I'm about to say, I said it, and I'm not taking it back. And I don't care if you're from Texas, I'm probably gonna piss somebody off and everything. Bluebell sucks. Bluebell sucks now. I used to love it as a kid, but Bluebell for me that's where I was like, oh, I'm experiencing some lactose intolerance side effects here. Um, but in the States overall now, there's so many other um options for ice cream and so many more creameries and so many more brands that are out there that I would say overall there's some really great ice cream here and stuff. So I can't really, yeah, because then like there's a lot of ice creams out in the States now that are not as sweet as like some of the older ice creams and like, even like HEB ice cream or whatever. Um so here I do like the fact that the ice creams are not as sweet. I do truly, it seems like a pretty good standard that it's good ice cream. It's sweet, but it's not like overly sweet. And I have definitely recognized that. Yeah, so I get down. I enjoy some good, ice cream, gelato, whatever. They're everywhere. So in the store, and even in the store, yeah, they have a pretty good selection. Yeah, they have a good selection of ice creams here, in the grocery store, depending on which one you go to. So yeah, get your ice cream. Okay, so then bread. And I'm sure many people have heard this before. They can't eat bread in the States, but when they come or they go to Europe or whatever, the bread does not affect them the same way that it does in the States. It is absolutely true. There have been so many people that I've met that are like, I cannot eat bread because it does something, and this is with the gut health, all these different things. And then once they come here, they're not left with that bloated feeling necessarily. Same thing with some pastas, not all pastas here, but same thing pretty much with pastas also. It's just something about the way that they make it without all the additives and all this other stuff that I don't know. But yeah, they have some really great bread. Oof. Now, I say this with a caveat because please don't think that you're going to come to another country and because you're walking everywhere, you can just eat whatever you want to. Let me tell you something. I gained some weight. I gained some weight here because it's some good food, and I don't care how much walking. I'm 55 years old. I don't care how much walking. You can't walk off that much food. Okay, so but I do enjoy bread. I'm always like an open face sandwich. So like if I have a sandwich, usually I'm just gonna do one slice of bread and do like an open face kind of sandwich. And I eat bread without guilt, but also I try to avoid that whole thing where people here eat late at night at, eating at 8 o'clock in the evening is still considered early here. And so I don't go out as much because of that. I might go out twice a week, although next week is just I'm going out every day. That's just the bottom line. I have people coming in. I'm going to be in Madrid, and people are coming here, so I'm getting down with some food like all across. But overall, my new norm is that I don't go out the way I used to when I was in Houston because I don't want to eat at 10 o'clock at night and then come back home. I don't want to. So, but overall, bread is good. But I just try to avoid eating the bread, and then going right to bed. So, okay. I don't know how people do that. And, okay. I love the olives here. Oh my gosh, the olives here are wonderful. I didn't know. If you are someone that says that you don't like olives, but all you know is like the canned olives or the olives in the jar that are like so salty, black or green, that are just so beyond salty or briny that it's just absolutely horrid. And you can just feel your blood pressure rising as soon as you bite into one, or just that canned taste from like olives, like on pizza or just olives. Yeah, I I still ate olives back in the States, but once I got here and I remember my daughter, I think it was her, um, it was somebody's birthday party. This was a couple of years ago when I was here visiting, and I had some olives, and my daughter just looked at me and was just waiting for me to like see my reaction, and I was like, "What's an olive? What?" So I was like, "Oh my God, olives are wonderful. They are. I don't want to say smooth, buttery, just really good. It's completely different quality. Now that I knew better, when I did come back to the States, I would actually go to the olive bar. Like in the grocery stores, they have like the olive bars, and I would look to see like where they were made. So if they were made in uh if they were made in Greece or in Italy, or if they were produced, yeah, in Italy, Spain, Greece, anything like that. I'm like, okay, let's check that out. If it wasn't one of those, I didn't want to taste it because I know now my taste buds, my palate knows better now. So, if you ever have a chance, and again, it's not for everybody. I understand not everybody even wants to taste an olive. But again, I am a foodie, so I'm going to try. And I'm so glad that I did. Just, it makes me happy just to have some food experiences I miss a lot of things from the States, but also I truly, truly enjoy some of these other great foodie experiences that I have and all these different types of food here. Um, okay, here's one. I'm almost sick of mayonnaise. I am almost sick of mayonnaise. Why? Because this is mayonnaise capital. Oh my gosh. So I love some French fries. I love patatas bravas. Okay, and they have the alioli, which is like this garlic mayonnaise sauce, and it's not the same thing because they actually get mad whenever I say it's not aioli, it's alioli. There's a difference. They look the same, but there's a difference on how they make it. Anyways, but they have a lot of times they have the mayonnaise thing. So if you get patatas bravas, which is fried, just just think French fries, but they're cubed, just fried potatoes. Anyways, if you don't tell them to put the mayonnaise, the salsa on the side, salsa aparte, like lotto on the side, they will put it on top of your French fries or on top of your potatoes, and it's like they put a cup of it on there. I'm like, what is this? I love mayonnaise, not that much. So yeah, I can't do it. They almost had me burnt out, but now I know, I automatically know to say, please, por favor, aparte, whatever, just put it on the side. Yeah. And they know now. But sometimes they'll forget and they'll bring it to you with the mayonnaise on there. And I'm just like, oh my God, this is so. Anyways, yeah, I never thought I would be this. I love mayonnaise, and I'm just like, I love creamy foods. And I'm about sick of it now because they put it on everything and it's a lot. They don't just put like a little dab on there and spread it out and everything. They're like squeezing it on there. Like, I swear it's like a cup. It's like, oh. Anyways, I think that is it. Um, let's see what people are saying. So the sweets are really sweet in Spain. Hope it helps to leave my sugar addiction behind. You know, I mean, I've had some wonderful desserts, and don't, it's, I don't think that they seem to be less sweet, like the cakes or the pastries or whatever. They seem to be not as sweet as what is available at bakeries and such in the US. So yeah, I've had the opposite. It's just fried potato salad. Yeah. So to me, it doesn't seem to be as sweet, but you know, it gets done. It gets the job done. Definitely. They have some wonderful things here. Let's see here. What else are we saying here? Beja said, I'm going to get a filter again once I get there. Yeah. Um, See, I was wondering about the water too. I'm not sure because I know you're not moving. I'm not sure about the area that you're moving to. Not putting your business out here, but I know you're coming to Spain. So yeah, that's one of the things you have to check to see. I wanted to originally get a filter. I was going to get a filter to put onto my faucet, but I was like, I cook and I don't know, like you have to have a lever to turn off so that your filter's not being used when you're just running water or washing dishes. So that's why I decided not to get a filter on the faucet itself. I just decided just to get a picture and do it like that. Oh, okay. What else here? So Dee was saying that the variety of olives that they put on the table with your appetizers is wonderful. Yes, yes. It's really nice. They have some really great olives. I think one restaurant, which I can't remember where we were, but there was one restaurant that I went to here, and they had the olives out, and I was like, those were horrible. They were absolutely horrible. Um, it was just such a letdown because I had just become so accustomed to having great olives here in Spain. So when I had a bad experience, I didn't know how to act. When my daughters were here, we went to a winery and yeah, we went to a winery like about an hour away from here, and then we stayed and had lunch, and they had some really good olives that I forgot where they said they got them from. I want to say that they got them from Romania. Anyways, they were really, really good olives, but they had actually had these olives shipped in because they had, I guess, some customers that bought a lot of wine that would come there for meals, and they actually like special ordered these olives now that they keep, and those are really, really delicious. So I'm an olive snob. Okay. Let's see, one more. I think. Oh, our bodies. I was going to say this. So our bodies sometimes we miss, or my body sometimes misses the processed foods. And I'll just give an example. I think I've said this before one time, but so my daughter loves hot Cheetos, loves hot Cheetos. I think she's kind of outgrown them now though, but loved hot Cheetos. That was like one of the things that anytime when she first moved over here, like almost 10 years ago or 8 years ago, she was always like, if anybody came to visit, bring me some hot Cheetos, bring them to me. Well, they recently here in Spain started making hot Cheetos. And I was in Madrid when I saw them. And so I brought like about 4 bags for my daughter to bring back here to Zaragoza. And yeah, they're not the same because the coloring that they use for hot Cheetos and everything, it's like a natural, it's a natural food item. I forget what it is and stuff, but it's a natural coloring. It's not like whatever, dye number 22 that the US uses. And My daughter was like, these are not the same. I need my preservatives. I need whatever that other crap that was on the US version of Cheetos or hot Cheetos. That's what I need because these are not the same. And that's what the food in the US and stuff, that whatever it is, the additives or whatever the dye number, whatever with the flavoring that makes you just want more and more and more and more. Yeah, they don't do that here, so you're not going to get that addictive personality or get that addictive trait towards certain junk foods. Either you like it or you don't. And it's not healthy junk food, but it's just it doesn't have as many chemicals and processes in it. So, anyways, yeah, there's some foods definitely that I would say that I'm trying to think though. Some foods that I would think that I miss the additives. Yeah. Uh, I know when I come back next year to visit, I'll be like, yes, this is what I miss. Can't think of it right now. Anyways, that's it. That's it. So I do miss a lot of things. I've definitely grown accustomed to the great advantages and wonderful experiences that we have here. I think I've said this before, I miss happy hour. I miss about 4 or 5 o'clock going to have maybe a cocktail and some appetizer and calling it a day. I miss that. There's no happy hour here because people don't start going out until like 8 or 9 o'clock at night. Yeah. I was invited to once the group that one of the groups that I belong to, a language exchange, and once they realized that I was actually going to be living here and I wasn't just visiting, they invited me into their WhatsApp group, and then they sent me a message one night and says, "Hey, we're out. We're going out at 12:30. Maybe you can join us." And I was like, "What, 12:30 for lunch?" No, they were like, "No, 12:30 a.m." I was like, "No, I will not." Well, we'll be there until 6 o'clock in the morning. I miss happy hour. I miss that time between, I don't know, 4 and 6 or whatever and stuff, or 7 or 8 or whatever, when you just like, you finish working and then you go and have a cocktail and an appetizer and then go. Anyways, but there's plenty of things to do here. Finding my footing. Yes, yes, yes. I stay at 12:30, girl. Okay, 12:30 a.m. I stay at 12:30 a.m. Mhm. So somebody says, okay, Eileen, you were saying, oh, okay. She says, yes. She says, I ordered some from this website called La Tienda that ships Spanish food, and I hate green olives, but Spanish olives are way better. Yes. I'm not trying to talk anybody into anything, but just give it. So, again, yes, Exodus Summit is over. If you're part of the We Out group, I've been doing some polls on there to get some ideas of what y'all are needing. And so, yeah, keep that, make sure that you're replying and checking out those polls if you're in the We Out group. And what else is going on? Yes. Again, if you are going to be in Spain next week, meet me and some other wonderful Black women in Madrid for lunch and some other hangouts. I'll be there for about 3 or 4 days, and then we're headed over to Zaragoza to hang out for a couple of days. And the link is in the description if you would like to get some more information on that. And what else? Oh, I said I was going to wait until the end of the year, but just know I'm going to start doing some interviewing because that was fun. I've done it twice now and I really do like it. I really do. So, who am I bringing on? I don't know. I see some people already in here in the comments and everything stuff that I'm about to bother you. Okay. I'm just trying to give you some time. But yes, I will be. I don't know if I'll actually be doing a live next week because it's actually, I know I won't. I know I probably won't. So I probably won't be here. I might upload something, but for the most part, you're probably not going to see me next week because I'm going to be busy as hell. So I do thank you guys for everything. But yes, I will be probably. I'm thinking like in November I'm going to start doing some live interviews with some wonderful people and see what it's like. Not necessarily that you have to have already left or on your left and bopping around the world. I want to talk to people that have made moves, that are in the process of making moves, thinking about making moves, whatever it is, because we all start somewhere and we're all at different levels of where we are on our journey. Okay. So, just because I moved here, my journey is still going on. And a lot of stuff still going on. So yeah, I just want to talk to people and see where they are in life and meet them where they are and let's talk about it. Anyways, okay, let's see. I just said less than 7 days till the move. Oh wow, I'm so excited for you. Okay, I'm gonna be chill, but I'm excited because there's another Black woman that's moving over here to Spain, and I'm super super excited. Anyways, I'll talk to you later, girl. Anyways, thank you guys so much for your time. I really do appreciate the support, and I hope that everything that I've been sharing and my experiences has been greatly entertaining and insightful and gives you some knowledge about things that you might want to consider and, some things that you didn't even think about. It's like, how will I like the food? You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Okay. Anyways, I'll see you guys later and much love and make sure that you are locating your cozy. Okay.